Hey folks, Chris here with this week's Check In with the Doctor. This week I interviewed my good friend Ramzi Marjaba, the host of the We the Sales Engineers podcast. And similar to last week, I asked Ramzi if he had ever attended a demo or given a demo that went horribly wrong. The story he shared was a fantastic one because it was a demo that started out horribly wrong, but then turned out to be one of the best demos he'd ever given, completely and totally unexpectedly. Take a listen.
I have a story about a demo that went really bad and then ended up being okay.
Perfect. Even better. Do share.
So I was not part of the discovery call. I didn't even know what discovery was.
So we're off to a bad start right there.
Yeah. And after the call, I ran into my sales guy and the director, and they said, "Oh, Ramzi, you have a demo on Friday on this." So I asked them a bunch of questions. What is it running on? Whatever. Some infrastructure questions. And they gave me all the wrong answers.
Oh, no.
And their response was they want to see how to actually get it running on that infrastructure. So we showed up to the demo. It's like, I was told you're running on this. And the whole response was, nope, we're running on that. I'm like, well, it doesn't matter what you're running on as long as you're running. And I skipped 90% of the demo and I jumped to the end. And you know how you say you always start at the end?
I do. I do.
I jumped to the end, did the demo. It took 3 minutes. It was literally a 3-minute demo because I asked them, it's working the same way you would see it in any other case. Is that what you guys wanted to see? It's like, yeah, that was perfect. And then we walked out and the senior director of product management was there, and he's like, that was the best demo I've seen.
That is such a great story, Ramzi. You've never shared that with me. I love that story. So you went in prepared to walk them through all the things that are required to set it up and configure and install and blah, blah, blah. And then because you were given the wrong information, you went, all right, well, let's just skip over all of that stuff. And let me just show you the end result. And they're like, great, that's exactly what we wanted.
Yeah.
That's classic. That is absolutely classic. Now, as a result of that, did that change the way you all approach demos from thereafter?
In a way, it took me a few times to figure it out.
Yeah.
But in the end, I got there.
Man, I love that story. I just love that story.
So what a great story from Ramzi. And as you could tell from my reaction in the video, I absolutely loved the story. And I want to revisit a couple of the quick lessons that we can take away from his story. First, he wasn't involved in discovery. And if any of you have spent any time listening to any of my material, I'm such a big believer in discovery. It's such a mistake to walk into a demo blind without really any information and any discovery of our own. And why is it so important for us to do discovery of our own? Because more than likely we wouldn't have gotten the information wrong. I guess his sales counterpart thought that the technology stack was one thing and it turned out to be something completely different. They also had the impression that they wanted to see everything involved in the setup and the installation and the configuration. As it turns out, that wasn't the case at all. And so, so Ramzi walks in expecting one thing, discovers immediately that what his expectations are completely wrong. And good on Ramzi. One of the things I talk about is before you launch into your demo, set expectations up front. And he did just that. He opened with, so what I'm here to show you today is X, and found out very quickly that that wasn't the case. And so he had nothing else to do other than to basically just jump to the end and say, well, regardless of which environment you're setting it up on, and I'll have to skip over showing you everything involved in setting it up. Let me just get to the end and show you sort of the net result. And lo and behold, that was exactly what they wanted to see. And they were very satisfied with the demo. And in fact, the lead product manager walked out saying, that was the best demo I've ever seen. So it's such a common mistake that we want to show everything involved in the setup, in the installation, in the configuration. If we go through a number of steps to prepare for a demo, we're inclined to want to show all the things that we did to prepare, when in fact, more than likely, and typically all the customer wants to see is the end result, right? Show me the outcome. I like to say, it's sort of like a magic trick, right? We don't explain the magic trick before a magician doesn't, well, magicians never give away the secret, but they don't explain the trick before they do the trick. They just do the trick. As a sales engineer, we should do the same thing. Just go right to that aha moment, right? Demonstrate the outcome and the value. And then when they ask questions and want to see how it was done, then you explain how it was done. Peter Cohan, many of you know, he wrote Great Demo. He talks about begin with the end. Brian Geary, another author in the space, talks about making the James Bond entry. It's such a powerful lesson. So the next demo that you're going into, ask yourself, am I spending too much time in the configuration, the setup, the bits and bytes that get us to the end, or are you skipping over that like Ramzi did inadvertently and just going right to the end to start your demo? With that, I bid you farewell. Have a good week. And remember, people buy from people. Hey, one more thing. I keep forgetting to do this. If you like these videos, give me the thumbs up. And if you haven't, please subscribe. As long as I have people viewing these videos and giving them likes and subscription numbers are going up, I'll continue to do these. So help me out. Let me know what you think. Give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time.